Bono, and welcome to the New Zealand Fantasy Football Federation Association Championship Week 8 recap. Now I'm sitting here looking at Xander's Buller team versus the Fire Breathers. And this is so funny because for those of you who are new to the NZFFFA, Xander is someone that we've consistently memed over the years because he is not that open, or not, I don't want to say not open in the chat. He doesn't participate that much in the chat. We only ever see his face once a year on draft day, and he's always so ho hum with his teams and never really does that well, but never does bad enough to want to get rid of him. So Xander is sitting at 6-2 this season, so it's quite funny, but he's doing well. He's starting Derek Carr. Don't know why, but it's working for him. So he's got Hollywood Brown, Tyreek the Streak, Stephon Diggs, Goddard, Cup, Addison. He actually does have a pretty fire team, just no running backs because that was the streak. He's just got Kenneth Walker and that was it. So he's doing quite well with that. And he's got Alshire, Eric Kendricks at the big game, Quay Walker, Daniel Hunt. It's a solid week. Oh, he got Burrow on the bench too. Jeez. And I mean, Five Breathers is probably a good score for you, but it's not good enough to get the win on the regular. So yeah, Five Breathers. Yeah, I think you're staring at the alliance, mate. Unless you can pull something out of the bag. You don't want the next six on the trot just to go 7-7. So you can make 7-7 with the playoffs, but I'd say with your points scored, that is unlikely. Now, next matchup, we have Honest to Godwin taking out Look at these nuts in your mouth. So Ben having the big score, Andy having the average score, like 180, 170, 180 is like average. So Andy's right in the average mark. Ben just had a wee bit more juice on the week. The ETN, Javonte Williams, Chris Golden, Kendrick Bourne, Rip, and then Logan Wilson with the big game on defense, and TJ Edwards. Oh, and Kyle Hamilton. So looking good there. Andy he needed a bit more from Puka, DJ Moore. McCaffrey just giving him the normal McCaffrey type things. Big week on defense. See, his offense really let him down. But no to worry, he is 5-3. So being getting his third win of the season, he would have enjoyed that. EC Breesy, Blake Henson, geez, 247. What do we have here? Hurts, Eckler, Derrick Henry, Chase, almost a good. He started Hopkins, you are the GOAT. Even Ingram. I mean, as soon as you see Hopkins, 20 points from Anzalone. Cole Holcomb, Jalen Phillips, Harold Landry. Jeez, Blake, massive score. Super unlucky for EC Breesy. And the fact you're starting Brock Purdy, please look for a different quarterback. Amon Ra, Brees, Jalen Waddle, Jameer Gibbs. Like, your team is great. Deontay Johnson, Tranquil. Josh Allen just a wee bit lacking compared to Blake's defense. So unlucky easy breezy, but you're still sitting in a good place for him. For Blake sitting at 6-2. And our next matchup, we have Dre going. He's 8-0. He's sitting up there on his high horse, but some of these other teams are actually looking pretty good. They just haven't been as lucky as Dre has been. We've got Pollard doing. He's stinking up Dre's team. Stafford not doing all right. So what he scored 208. It's a good score. Got Kamara, Pittman, Ayuk, AJ Brown scoring most of the points. Hot Lockett, Demario Davis, Miles Garrett. It's not great on the defensive side, but good enough to get him up to 200. And then those offensive guys popping off to put his score over 200. And then not much on the Taj Mahal side. And that is a rough running back pairing, Sam. And then to get 4 points from Mahomes, that's never going to happen. Keep starting him. I mean, you got CD, Devontae, Darrell Henderson, Algier. Man, you need to get these Falcons off your team somehow. You can't be starting two Falcons. That is a disaster. On defense, Wilkins, Hendrickson, Edmonds. That's unfortunate because he got injured. Van Ginkel, I'll be getting rid of him. You don't need him. Max Crosby. Sam, if I was you, I'd be looking to trade one of these defensive linemen because you've got three really good guys, which means someone else in the league doesn't have a good guy at all. So see what you can trade one of those guys for. Patrick Queen with 11 tackles. I love it. You got Shahid on the bench. Jeez, unlucky. But yeah, Sam, I don't think you're out of it there. You are 2-6, but you're not out of it mathematically. You can still finish 8-6. So keep trying. You never know what can happen. The 5-point win for Jeremy over Joe Buck yourself. Jeremy stay hanging in there. 3-5. Herbert Mixon, Gus Edwards. Oh my goodness, you needed that Gus Edwards game. And after that amount of points, there can't be much left on the roster of Jeremy Borland, and I am correct. So yeah, Jeremy, your team is not looking great, but I mean, if you can win on any given week, you're never out of it. So you can say you're going to need to win more. Although you are 3-5, so you can win 4 games and not get relegated. Good luck there. You're both 3-5. Oh my gosh, I just called Lucas Blake Henson because his name is Blake Henson. Sorry, Lucas. Everything I said about Lucas, I said about Blake, I say about you. And now I go to Blake's team, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Tight Ends. Strat is now working. It's in full effect. It is working. He is 6-2. Simon is 1-7. Simon says he's unlucky, but he only scored 179, so nothing much to see here. I mean, starting Jalen Warren, rip. Cortland Sutton, Hawkinson, Andrews, Waller, and he got injured, so a bit unlucky. And then Kittle. So the tight ends are doing work here. It's at 34 plus 26, 60 points from 3 tight ends. I love to see it, Blake. And then enough on defense to get the win. And he had Prescott on the bench, and Cooks, and Trey McBride. Oh, how good is Trey McBride going to be when Kyler Murray is back? So well done there, Blake. You're doing really, really well at 6-2. So we've got Dre at 8-9. See, and if we just take a look, yes, Dre's scored the most, but he's also had the least scored against him. So he's had some big weeks, but on his not as good weeks, he's also had no points scored against him. So that's why these guys who are 6-2 are still in the hunt, because if Dre has a bad week, these guys can defeat him, and potentially Andy as well. So all 5 of these guys are in in the hunt. So very different to the Premiership. We've got one person at 4-4, and all these guys at 3-5, 2-6, and 2-1-7. So I'd say you guys are pretty much guaranteed of going down to the Alliance. And we'll see who else is going to join you. So let's have a quick look at waivers and see if there's been any trades. I don't expect there to be much happening on waivers. Blankenship, Perryman. Oh, I like those defensive pickups there. Blake. Jaden Reed for 5. That is nice. Sam Howell for 5. That's also nice. Taysom Hill for 14. Yeah, you'll take that. Yeah, so not much happening. Waivers is dead right now. And we haven't had a trade in October, so now's the time where you guys actually need to get trading. So, well, you fans sitting at 3-5, 2-6, 4-4, you're gonna have to figure out how to manufacture some wins in the next 6 weeks. So get thinking, try and just send some stuff out there, because it's got you to 3-5, could just get you to 6-8, and then you're trying to save your butt. So get trading. The worst thing that can happen is that you stay where you are. But if you're 3-5, you're already in the drop zone. It can't get worse for you. So you might as well try and make some moves happen. Joe Buck yourself, you got 85 fab. That's absurd. Try and trade away that fab. So yeah, I will now go have a look at the Alliance. So good luck, and we'll chat to y'all next week.